Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Seeing Crime. This is episode 52. Oh my goodness. And today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive subject. So I'm going to preface this by saying, this is my opinion only. There may be some trigger warnings in this. There are definitely some very sad situations in this that I may have to describe very gingerly and carefully. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm a card reader. And I'm bringing you the Carly Gregg case today. Now, I normally do not get involved while there's children. Carly was tried for as an adult. She was 14 years old when March 19th of this year, 2024, she took something of her mother's that she had in a cubby, and she stealthily walked through, and you could see there were videos. You can go on, they're posted everywhere. Stealthily looked around the house, and you hear what happened. You hear a bang. You hear Carly's mother scream. Her name is Ashley. Then you hear kind of a thud and some noise, and then you hear another bang, and then you hear another bang. Carly went back to the kitchen. She sat down. She kept whatever it was that she had behind her back. She knew she was on camera. I felt bad for the dogs. There were two dogs there that they knew, and if you're watching this, most of you are animal lovers. I know by my little group, my little herd here, that if something happens that is very emotional, I can tell you they get upset. And these poor dogs, one was a golden retriever, I'm not sure what the other one was, but they heard everything that was going on, and they paced and, all this. So that was also very unnerving to see, along with Carly and doing this. So aside from some things that made me very uncomfortable, one thing, and this is my opinion only, first and foremost, why would the mother have a loaded something or other? Because Carly, it was shown that Carly had some problems. There were mental health problems. They had some experts, but this all went very quickly. Inside of 6 months, the jury came back in 2 hours, and they sentenced her within another 2 hours. So Carly has been in solitary confinement for 183 days. That's like 6 months, a little over 6 months. She will remain in solitary confinement because adult prisons really don't have accommodations for someone her age. So the jury gave her life without parole on murder 1, life without parole on attempt murder. That was for her stepdad. And then 10 years for, I guess, some type of attempting to destroy evidence, I think. I'm not sure, but it was something affected with the evidence. She got 10 years, all to run concurrent. The second thing that has bothered me is the stepfather. There were some different actions. Now, Carly's family is behind her. Okay, they're behind her. They wanted to give her a release. They had her on a $1 million bond. I thought the judge was very good, Judge Dewey Arthur, in this. So, without further ado, do me a favor, press the like button, subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And I'm going to walk through this because this is a little upsetting, okay? She's young. Yeah, she did it. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not saying she should have gotten off. She needs some mental health care. I don't think you just should throw her in an adult women's prison and throw away the key. She's 15. She won't get out in the rest of my lifetime. I can tell you that. But I will tell you they are going to file her appeal. So that should take another 2 to 3 weeks before all of that comes into play. Hopefully there will be something done. Let's see. Now, I've got some cards. We're going to casually read on this. This is it because this is something that affected me today. So I'm going to draw the energy from this solid wood here. We have the old boy, which is my love. The tarot, you're going to see they're very well used. I have the vintage tarot. We're going to confirm. We have the fire element, and there's a reason I chose this. The cartomancy, and then we have the old style Lenormand deck. Now, they did say that Carly was born in June. I do not know if she is a Taurus or a Cancer zodiac sign. I chose this card for her. This is a Page of Wands. It represents someone who is younger but with a fire element. This is a fire element. And the reason I chose this is because in one of her evaluation tests, she was asked to choose water, fire, something like that. And she chose fire. For whatever reason, it doesn't make any difference, no judgment. We're not judging here. Not judging. So I chose this for her. So if this comes up in this reading, we're going to know that there's something definitely pointed to what we need to know about little Miss Carly. Okay, so I can put this to the side. We're going to just kind of unload things here. We're going to put the Hand of Fate. Does anyone like the Hand of Fate? Let me see. Somebody said they wanted to see the back of it. There you are, my darlings. It doesn't look like the palm of your hand. It's just really a decoration. But, oh, I like to use this. And sometimes I like to plop my ring in there, too. So let me know in the comments. Do you like the Hand of Fate? Do I need to get another hand? Or do I need to say, hey, give me a hand? Okay, we need a little bit of humor here. All right, so we're not going to clear the decks, all right? What I'm going to do is now I shuffled each and every one of these decks, and I'm going to give them a little shuffle because for you that are here for the first time, welcome. This is not my normal setup. It's more of a casual, look, I just want to look into something type reading without it being so formal, in which I have a black cloth to absorb energy. So here's what we're going to do first. This is what I like to do. I'm going to turn, okay, there is the Three of Cups there. The King of Swords. The Nine of Hearts, wow. The Cross. It's funny because some of the witnesses that testified on her behalf mentioned Christianity. This is in Mississippi. They're in a Bible Belt area. So, okay, I get that, and that's fine. So, I'm getting what this Three of Cups is. You can see that there's a celebration here. I think that the prosecution was celebrating. I thought the prosecutor was extremely aggressive. She took a .357 and was pointing it around in the room. And if I were a jury, I would have held my breath. Now, certainly I'm understanding that it would be safe. But she demonstrated but she was aggressive as an and you know what? Hey, I get it. Okay? I get it. So I think there's a celebration going on that side of the fence. I believe this is the judge, the King of Swords. He ruled with an iron fist, but it was fairly. He was very good. I liked him. In fact, right before the sentencing and right before the jury came back actually with a verdict, he told everyone, look, if you have an outburst in this courtroom, I will put you in jail for 30 days. So that made everyone quiet. This is the yes card. I'm not sure why this is out. We may see this. Let me look what's underneath. There's a partnership. This is definitely going to cost more money. This law firm that is representing, it is, I think, David Kemp and Bridget Todd from Mississippi. I know that's going to cost them more money. The cross comes out. We have the 6 of clubs, which is, it's a security. That's what that means. It's just a security. And for many of us, holding on to our faith is a security. Okay, so let's lace them out. Let's lace them out. Let's see where this is going. Let's see where this is going, and we're going to take it from there. All right, now I'm going to clear the decks a little bit. We're going to make some room. We're going to put the old boy out first. I call it the old boy because, well, he's been around for a while, just like me. I've been reading. I want you to know on my birthday, which is March 15th. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? I will have been reading cards professionally for 50 years. 50. Yeah, all of you are doing the math at this point. Yes, yes. I was Carly Gregg's age when I started. There, that gives you a little idea there. Okay, these flipped over. It hit my thumb. We're going to put them back. All right, now, we're going to just ask where this is going. I think there's a lot of energy in this. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Definitely. Now, they're going to keep her in solitary confinement. They're not going to, I was a little worried about that, just kind of like plunking her right out in the middle of a women's prison. I don't think that she could cope. She needs some help, but she also needs to accept responsibility for that, in which I feel she is. This card here, this star card, is an Aquarius. And this is amazing because this card comes out that someone looking over their shoulder, the 7 of Swords, and she definitely was looking over her shoulder. She was stealthily going around that house. That was really something. This is kind of walking away defeated, and I think that's been the idea today. There was a lot of hope going into this, even though it was a difficult case, because there is a mental health. Look, I'm not a mental health practitioner. I'm not licensed, but you could tell there was something there, and there's something there. Her mom was being treated for something. There was something there with the stepdad. There's something there with the bio dad. And we learned that they really had her pumped up on some medication today to help keep the edge off and keep her, so she broke down a little bit. Okay, no judgment here, okay? So I'm just explaining the situation. I think there was some hope for that the jury would see through this. But there's regret. Definite upset and regret. And believe me, Carly, she's tied up now. This is an incarceration. I cannot think of what is she's going to go to sleep tonight by herself, not knowing what her future is, even though there's a future up. Now, she was given a plea deal for 40 years. And, they didn't take it because I think they felt that there could be some things coming that maybe the juror would help her. I don't know. There is the Knight. Oh, look. See? We have 2 star cards out. That means something. We're going to get into this. The Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay. It's talking about the appeal now. And yeah, this is Carly. That 3 a.m. I think one of the counselors said the Night of the Dark Souls, something like that. Yep, that regret. And that movie will replay over for Carly probably the rest of her life. This Knight of Cups tells us that this is such an emotional case, but they are moving on. But he's slow. You see how slow? He's not like some of these other action knights that we have. He's not standing still like the Knight of Pentacles. He's not trotting. He's not cantering. He's just kind of doing a little slow walk. And I believe that's the indication of where the appeal will be going. And I believe they know which way and how to appeal this now. And where to appeal, no pun intended, to the jury, the new jury, or to a judge if they can get an appeal. I feel that they will get an appeal only because of the mental health aspect. If there is some, great, deal with it. If they're not, great, deal with it. The biggest thing in this case was the consistency and what they did, because they were in a hurry. They only tried this a week. Was that they set up some boundaries, and they set the boundaries with witnesses. The grandparents wanted to testify. They wouldn't allow the grandparents. They allowed the stepdad to testify, but only to a little bit. There's a problem. But the consistency is where they're going to start. And believe me, they're going to be juggling some things around. They're going to start on this most likely Monday. They'll have everything filed in the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. It's normal to file an appeal with the judge. It's normal for them to turn it down, and then it goes to the appellate court. All of this is going to take about maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But they're going to be juggling this particular case without a complete doubt. Without a doubt. Let's try these Lenormands. It's sad. This is sad. The Queen of Spades. The Sun card, which is a timing card. And the Tower. Ooh, isn't that amazing? Okay, I want to lay out 2 more. Listen to me. I'm whispering. If you were here, I'd be going, oh my gosh, right? I mean, I always do. Sorry, I mean, you know. Yes, my darlings, okay, this is it. This is Miss Ashley because they tried her as an adult, and ironically enough, the prosecution referred to Carly Gregg, who was 14 when she did this, and now 15, as this lady here, or that lady. So this is Miss Carly Gregg. I'm just telling you. No judgments here. The Sun card, there's hope, but it's all about the timing, which the Diamond is the air sign. What are air signs? They're communication, just like this Star card, which is an Aquarius. I'd like to know what her attorney birthday is. I probably won't find out, but that is the Aquarius. Now, the Tower. This is not like the Tower in the tarot, by the way. It is a 6 of Spades. This Tower indicates a prison or a government and medical, in which all 3 are involved in this particular case. Isn't that amazing? The whips, making sure you're whipping everything into shape. I mean, no pun intended. That's the King of Clubs, making sure that everything is grounded this time going forward. And I think that the defense team is actually going to ask for a little bit of help from some other attorneys. The Crossroads, oh yeah, this is definitely a crossroad for sure. What direction to take this in, but I have a lot of faith in the defense team with the Queen of Diamonds. Once again, this Queen of Diamonds is and can be the same as the Star card. I promised I didn't want this to be a long video, and here we are. But we're going to do what we need to do. There's some indecision coming up about really what to do, but this 10 of Hearts means there's a definite success there. I don't know to the extent of the excess, but there's some definite success there. And the 9 of Spades. I'm going to tell you there is some healthy concern, general worries, and the invitation I think for Carly and especially some others who are involved, family, to not let their imagination go wild. Obviously, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. And I'm going to tell you, while Miss Carly was sitting there, she was disconnected. And what do I mean by that? I really don't think that she understood the scope of what was happening and what was going on. It was very sad. Because, think about this. She's not enough to buy cigarettes, to buy liquor, to vote, to drive a car. And they've tried her as an adult. I get that. Why did they do that? Well, I think that they wanted a jury because they did not want the judge, because if they didn't get a jury, the judge would have been the one to impose a verdict and one to impose the sentence. I feel that I think now, I'm not a lawyer, so okay, that's what I've heard. So I could be wrong on that, and you may want to check that out. But I think the prosecution already knew that this judge gave Miss Carly every ability that there was, every open door, I can say that, to help her in this process without being prejudiced. I think he was a very good judge, a fair judge. He was in it, okay? This is what Carly is facing. This is a card that literally indicates, and with this card out right here, this Tower card, this card indicates a long-term or long life security. Now, sometimes that means financial, but in this particular case, Carly was sentenced to life without parole in prison. Isn't that amazing, my friends? Here is an Ace of Diamonds, and this is the Ace of Diamonds, and that is the Sun card. And I think we're going to hear something more this coming spring of 2025. I'm not so sure. We're in a time of year that the courts don't really like to get too involved. And we're just, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But you know what? Thank God she's got family behind her. All I want is for her to receive whatever mental care that she can. That's all. I'm not saying anything about it. Obviously she did it, but there's no judgment here. And please don't be judgmental in the comments. That in all fairness, okay? So now you see it. Now you can see what is going on here. I mean, it's sad. There's life that has been lost. She actually took a pot shot at her stepdad, missed him, grazed his shoulder and his neck. He did not have to have any real heavy-duty medical attention, but he was behind her 100%. I don't know, my friends. I think there needs to be more But there's something there that I can't really put my finger on about the stepdaddy. Right away, he got lawyered up. And I think it was because of that other case where the school, where that kid, and they arrested the dad. I think he was a little concerned about that. I believe that was in Georgia. The other thing is he did not really want to speak to any of the mental health professionals. I don't know. Do you know anything more about this? Now, like I said, I could have gotten a little bit of the details wrong. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not medical. I'm just here to present what I present. Do I feel that she's going to get some help? Yes, I do. In the end, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a bit, but yes, I do, based on what I'm seeing here. Yeah. Well, my friends, do me a favor. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. And, wow. Right? This is what we get for getting into these high-profile crime deals because wow, wow, wow. But I'm so glad that you're here with me. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. Prayers for Carly. No matter what, prayers for the family. And I'll see you back here again really soon. Thanks for watching. And you be well. Have a great night. Bye-bye.